long length.
Hands kick there.
Distance.
In the heart of Dagestan, a land already synonymous with combat greatness, a new name has begun to echo across the arenas of the world. He is not a veteran carved from decades of war, nor a champion hardened by age, but a young prodigy who fights as if guided by something beyond instinct. Graceful in movement, yet merciless in execution, his style bewilders even seasoned striking connoisseurs. His name is Asadula Imangazaliev, and watching him is like witnessing the reincarnation of a martial legend, a modern phantom of Bruce Lee wielding techniques that seem plucked from a martial arts fantasy. He is real, he is young, and he is rising with relentless speed toward the throne. The story begins in the Shemilsky district of Dagestan, where Asadula Imangazaliev was born. Unlike many tales of fighters forged through hardship and long struggle, his gift revealed itself early. By the age of 18, his name was already echoing in Russia's martial arts community. Tall, lanky, and yet astonishingly coordinated, he made his mark in Muay Thai, winning the Russian national championship not once, but twice in consecutive years. For someone so young, the achievement was remarkable, and it was only a prelude to what was to come. Earning his place on Russia's national team, Imangazaliev traveled to the Muay Thai World Championship in Thailand in 2023. Here, under the unforgiving lights and among the world's best, he carried the hopes of his country. To the surprise of many, and perhaps even to himself, he did not just survive, he dazzled. Mixing a dizzying cocktail of unorthodox combinations, whirling elbows, spinning fists, and knees that seemed to slice through opponents, he advanced deep into the tournament. One by one, opponents fell, unable to cope with his unpredictable blend of violence. By the time he reached the finals, he had already made a name for himself as a phenomenon. In the final, he faced Kataki. The arena buzzed with anticipation, as the local favorite was expected to crush the young Dagestani, but even the Thai champion found himself bewildered. Imangazaliev's picturesque, stylenless legs, spinning elbows, relentless pressure gave him no comfort, no space to adjust. He fought as if the spotlight belonged to him, not the champion. At just 19, he had conquered the peak of amateur Muay Thai, seizing gold and planting himself firmly in the crosshairs of the professional fight world. The attention was immediate. Promoters recognized a new gem, one polished not by years of refinement but seemingly by destiny itself. In January of 2024, Imangazaliev made his professional statement in the most sacred ground of Muay Thai, Raja Damnorn Stadium in Bangkok. For any foreigner, stepping into that ring is a daunting test, a proving ground where legends have been broken. But for Asadula, it was merely the beginning of his reign. The opening seconds of his debut showcased exactly why he was different. He launched a tomahawk elbow that nearly cleaved the air between him and his opponent, a strike as shocking as it was audacious. The audience gasped. Then came the stutter step feints, the stance switches, and finally the decisive blow, a crushing knee that crumpled his bewildered foe to the canvas. The young man from Dagestan had arrived in Thailand with a roar, and the combat world took notice. His debut earned him a contract with One Championship, Asia's premier promotion, a league notorious for its use of small MMA gloves in Muay Thai bouts. The smaller gloves transformed every strike into a potential knockout, and for a creative striker like Imangazaliev, it was an invitation to destruction. He did not waste the opportunity. In his one debut, he immediately demonstrated the unpredictability of his style. What began as a seemingly failed overhand punch turned into a lightning-fast spinning back fist, catching his opponent square and leaving him disoriented. It was artistry in motion and improvisation, so natural that it felt rehearsed, though it was born entirely from instinct. Commentators and fans alike knew they were watching something extraordinary, a storm given human form. 2 months later, he returned to prove he was no fluke. This time, he emphasized his boxing, showing that he was not just a kicker or an elbow machine but a complete striker. He lulled his opponent with low kicks, drawing his attention downward, before unleashing crisp hands upstairs. His timing was impeccable. Each strike seemed to carry intent, a setup for the next in a chain of destruction. Another opponent was dismantled, another name added to his growing resume. By December of 2024, Asadula faced Dogla, a Thai fighter with a respectable record who promised to finally slow the Dagestani prodigy. From the opening bell, Glak looked determined to punish any low kicks, countering fiercely. But Imangazaliev was not to be denied. He tested with a spinning feint, then delivered a breathtaking sequence, a kick, a follow-up spinning strike, and finally the masterful backfist that ended the bout in spectacular fashion. The audience erupted. It was a combination so seamless and violent that it bordered on artistry. One of those rare moments where fighting transcends into performance. Within just 6 months, Imangazaliev had already compiled 3 knockouts in a total of 3 minutes of fight time. He was not just winning, he was annihilating opponents with frightening efficiency. But as his reputation grew, so did the challenges. Next came Mohamed Tofi, a Moroccan fighter with a record of 15-3, confident that his toughness would be enough to withstand the Dagestani whirlwind. From the start, Tofi brought pressure, throwing heavy punches and testing Imangazaliev's resilience. For a while, it looked like he might have found a path to victory, but Asadula, unfazed, adjusted mid-battle. He responded with spinning techniques, punishing kicks, and finally, a perfectly timed back fist that cracked through Tofi's guard. Bloodied and battered, Tofi pressed on, but Imangazaliev kept slicing through him, at one point delivering a brutal upward elbow that could have ended most fights. The referee, however, allowed the carnage to continue, and though Tofi survived until the final bell, there was no question who the true victor was, despite the absence of a knockout. Asadula's reputation as an artist only grew. Each fight revealed new layers to his creativity, new spins, new angles, new violence. The Moroccan's grit had provided him with valuable experience, showing that even in the face of resistance, he could adapt and dominate. Soon after, he entered the ring against Den Futai. This time, there was no patience, no prolonged showcase. From the opening seconds, Imangazaliev harpooned his foe with crushing body shots, following with ruthless head attacks. A premature celebration was cut short when Futai tried to rally, but Asadula silenced him with another flurry, a body-head combo that left no doubt. He had once again demonstrated why he was so feared, unpredictability combined with merciless finishing instinct. Over the course of 11 months, Asadula compiled 5 victories, most of them one-sided and brutal. Critics whispered that perhaps his opponents were not of the highest caliber, that his record was inflated. But in August of 2025, he silenced all doubters. That night, he stepped into the ring against Panpayak Jitmuangnan, a 2-time Rumman champion, a fighter with over 250 victories. A man once crowned the best in all of Thailand. Panpayak was a national treasure, famed for his deadly high kicks, and he promised to expose the young Dagestani's limitations. What followed was nothing short of a generational shift. Against the seasoned veteran, Imangazaliev fought with no hesitation, no fear. He matched the legend's speed, disrupted his rhythm, and then, with perfect timing, dropped Panpayak like a puppet whose strings had been cut. The arena was stunned into silence. A titan of Thai boxing had fallen, and the new king was no longer a rumor but a reality. In that single moment, the world recognized that Asadula Imangazaliev was not just a rising prospect, he was a force of destiny. His victory earned him a new contract, worth $100,000, cementing his value to the promotion. With the 135-pound Muay Thai title vacant after Ratang's failed win, whispers began that Imangazaliev was destined to seize it. And perhaps even more tantalizing, his frame suggested that he could climb another division, testing himself against the freshly minted star Nabianan. What makes Asadula's rise so remarkable is not just his victories but the way he achieves them. He does not merely win fights, he creates art. His spinning elbows, his flowing transitions, his fearless embrace of risk transform violence into beauty. Every time he steps into the ring, fans expect the unexpected. He is young, bold, and unapologetically creative. His name may still be unfamiliar to the casual fan, but to those who have witnessed his artistry, there is no doubt. He is a fighter who carries within him the echoes of legends past, yet he is entirely his own creation. He is Asadula Imangazaliev, the storm from the mountains, the whirlwind of the ring * for fight fans. Watching him is more than entertainment, it is witnessing history in the making. So, what do you think? Is Asadula Imangazaliev truly the next great striker destined to carry Muay Thai into a new era? Could he soon be the man holding gold, or will his reckless brilliance someday cost him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Ring Kings, and join us as we continue to explore the warriors who define the fight game.